To all my viewers that are in their 20s who are either in college, in the workforce, running their own business, or figuring things out, or anyone who just needs wisdom on having direction in life, this video is for you. I understand that these times are difficult. The stock market is hitting new all-time highs while finding work is nearly impossible. It doesn't make sense, and it adds to the pressure of job hunting. We were told growing up that if we did everything right, then we would end up successful. But we later discover that we can do everything right, and the outcome can become terrible. If there's one thing I've learned from my journey in life, it's that with all the unique struggles we go through, we should take pride in knowing that we are able to survive and overcome them. Each generation had their unique struggles. While these struggles vary by what country they were in, we can all agree that there are aspects of living in other times that make us grateful we live in these modern times. For the college graduates who are struggling to get their dream professional job that they studied hard for in university, my word of advice is to find any job that pays you so that you can build your savings and your resume. As the saying goes, it's easier to find a job when you already have a job. I knew a person who studied engineering and then went on to work at a fast food restaurant, only to get their desired engineering job later. While fast food pays less than engineering and has worse working conditions, any employer can look at his resume and see that he's a great worker because he was willing to cut his ego and do any job while waiting for his dream job. And today, this person is grateful that he chose to work at a fast food restaurant while job hunting, as the experience of working there taught him skills, gave him perspectives, and introduced him to friends that he wouldn't have met had he not worked there. Those things helped him stand out as a candidate, and he ended up becoming an amazing engineer to work with. If finding work is more difficult, consider starting a social media page that is about the field you want to enter. Discuss the topics that you learned in your university days and make it entertaining and insightful to viewers. On X, I find many finance influencers who are either pursuing a bachelor's or master's degree. They talk about the stock market and stories in the business world in a way that is insightful and fun to read. Because of this, they've built huge followings and have had immense success, getting interviews and job offers at big firms like Citadel and Goldman Sachs. Some of those people took on those jobs and chose to bid farewell to X. Others have built a large subscriber base in their newsletter that they didn't need to work and can instead write for a living. We all have different paths in achieving our goals. We all may end up in different destinations when pursuing our goals simply because life gives us a detour towards a more beautiful place. There's a big saying that we are told by our parents, by influencers on social media, and by our financial advisors that we should live below our means. We've heard this many times, but let's also not forget that when living below our means, we should also make sure that life is still enjoyable. The home-cooked meals you make should be tasty. The parks you go to for walks or hikes have great views. The clothes you wear are comfy. The car you drive can take you from point A to point B with no problems. All of these things make life enjoyable even when you're spending less money. And ironically, when we become successful in the future, we often look back at the times when we had less money, because in those times, life was simpler, and we knew how to enjoy life. The friends we've made during those times had similar struggles, and that's what united us. The youthful energy we had pushed us to explore new recipes, new hiking trails, and new cities. Some of us would even test drive different cars for fun, and wouldn't mind the many calls we'd get from the car dealers asking if we want the car, and we'd have to say no many times. The point is that when we were young, we did not let that stop us from enjoying life. We had less to lose, so we took on the risks of exploring the world and fulfilled the curiosities we had. Because we were young, we had the body and energy to explore all those curiosities, and we would feel less bad if one of those expeditions went bad, because we knew there were better ones to see. Now, for those who struggle with enjoying life because they let life's circumstances dictate their happiness, here's a word of practical advice for you. Slowly start enjoying the things you have in life. If you have your favorite snack, start eating it more often. Don't let that snack be eaten only when you get an A on an exam or when you get an internship or job offer. Just eat the snack. This can apply to other things that you enjoy doing, like going outside for a walk or playing your favorite video game. When you slowly start enjoying the things that you like in life, like a favorite snack or a video game, you start to enjoy life more. You start to relax more. The great things in life stop being dictated by the outcomes of events. Your soul starts feeling free. It no longer feels imprisoned. It becomes easier to tell yourself, life is great. Your energy levels rise, your happiness levels rise, and you start attracting better people into your life because you will start carrying an energy of a person that's nice to be around. On top of that, don't forget to surround yourself with people that uplift you, people that you feel great about after hanging out with them, people that you don't regret taking time out of your day to hang out with them. Those people are the ones that will add life to you, that will support you in your goals and endeavors, and that you'd want next to you when having your biggest days. Growing up, I struggled to make friends and settled with friends who would often belittle me simply because they were belittling themselves. They carried a crab bucket mentality, which is a mentality where people hold others back when they are trying to improve themselves or succeed. As life got busier, I found myself happier and thinking better when I spent less time with them. Eventually, I found friends who would uplift me and with whom I feel great hanging out. Life was so much better meeting them. Within that friend group, 2 people got married to each other, and I got to attend their wedding. The underrated benefit of having that great friend group was, whenever I'd talk about my friends to other people, people would tell me that they could tell I'm a great person simply because my friends are great people. Great people keep great people in their circle. Another point I want to make is that you want to do everything you can to minimize regret in life. When I say this, I don't mean playing life the safe way. Those who play life the safe way tend to have many regrets. We often hear the following phrases from those with regret. What if I did that? What if I had the courage to confess my feelings? What if I had the confidence to go to that event alone? And so on. The ones who take risks, even if those risks didn't go well, go on in life with fewer regrets, because they already know what would have happened if they did that. They discovered the outcomes on their own. When you connect this lesson with entrepreneurship, you often find that the people who try different business ideas eventually find the business that works best for them, and they experience success. For my aspiring entrepreneurs, try different business ideas, write a blog, attempt to run an e-commerce business, start a YouTube channel, start a catering business. There are many business ideas you can jump on. In the end, you just need to find that one business that you can find success with, and you'll start to see financial success. If it takes longer to figure out the best business for yourself, that's okay. Everyone's journey is different. Some people take longer and others find it faster. As long as you're still experimenting, you'll find it. Keep going. My final topic of this video is to acknowledge that good stories happen from things going right. This topic was best discussed by Glenn Powell in his graduation speech at UT Austin 2 years ago. As Powell says it best, the greatest gifts in life are not in the plans, they're in the detours. Many of our favorite actors, entrepreneurs, singers, and other role models have failed a lot more and a lot longer than we would think. When we watch movies on Netflix or in the cinema, the parts that are the most interesting are the parts where things inevitably don't go according to plan. It's the parts where the protagonist is being tested. It's where the nail-biting drama is, and since we don't know the ending, it's worth watching. This metaphorical comparison that Powell brings should inspire us to enjoy things not going according to plan, as these detours and challenges that life brings us can lead to the most meaningful and exciting parts of our life journey. It goes back to the example I gave of my engineering friend who worked at a fast food restaurant before working the engineering job he studied hard for. The experience of working at the fast food restaurant gave him friends and memories that he wouldn't have gotten had he not had that detour in life. He would not be the amazing person he is today had he not gone through those detours. And the other example of ex-finance influencers that use social media to help them gain an edge in finding internships or full-time job offers while they're studying at university. Without those struggles, they wouldn't have built a newsletter business or discovered their passion for writing. When life gets difficult and you're in the middle of being redirected, I encourage you to find the good things in the moment. In those good things, you will find the light that will guide you to a better place than where you're currently at. It's difficult, I understand, but I know you can do it. Thanks for watching and listening to this video. If this video has given you new perspectives and unique insights, please like and share this video and click the subscribe icon. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you can be notified of future videos. I hope you have a great day.